Hi everyone, today we have a Houston icon that goes by the name of DJ Shante. She started DJing in 2015, and in 2016 and 17 she was voted Houston's top female DJ and is now the on-air mixer at 93.7 The Beat. Over the course of the last 5 years, what have you learned that is necessary to maintain longevity in a career?
The number one for me is just the drive. Like, it's my passion. So like, I feel like if you're passionate about anything, like that's going to be the first thing you think about when you wake up. Like, that's what moves you. And that's what it was for me. Like, once I got into it, it was just like, this is all I want to do. I ended up quitting my job to do this. It was just, I was obsessed basically. I feel like you have to be obsessed.
You have to be a workaholic a little.
Yeah.
So you said you quit your job. What were you doing beforehand?
Backtrack. When I got out of high school, instead of going to college, I went and worked for the government in Afghanistan and Iraq. So I was out there for 4 years working contractor. So once I came back here, it was basically oil and gas. So once I got back to the States, I was living in Killeen, Texas, which is 3 hours away from here. And I was like, I hate Killeen, let me move to Houston. So I was doing oil and gas out here another 3 years. And then I was like, you know what? I'm over it. I need to find something to get good at, which I was always like an entrepreneur on the side. I had a different hustle every year. Somebody randomly hit me up and was like, you should be a DJ. And I was like, you're right. Like, let me try this out. And then once I did it, it was over. I was like, you know what? I'll struggle a little bit, give up this 6-figure income and invest. You know, I saved up my money, a couple checks before I quit, bought all my equipment out, kind of saved up just so I can have like the next 6 months, you know, work free. Cause I knew I would have to work for free. I had kind of had a plan, but I didn't.
With DJing, it also comes with being a people person. So did you have to kind of like learn people skills? What is the importance of relationships and reputation?
Reputation is everything, because one bad situation can ruin it for you. Especially in Houston, it's big, but it's really small. Our network and our demographic is just is close. Like, people, you know, it's like 6 degrees of separation. How we got connected through somebody, so you never know who knows who. So, you know, just making sure you maintain a good reputation is everything. And then networking is a big thing. You can't do anything by yourself. Like, you have to have either somebody that you're working with, or you just have to know people in general. So those are two main important things when you're trying to do something like this, like with working with people and people, you know, believing in you and investing in you. So that's a big deal.
Can you elaborate on the importance of that you would rather take a pay cut to do what you love versus staying in a job, even though you had money, the willingness to put yourself through the struggle just to do what you love? So
everybody, I don't feel like will be like that or can do that, because some people are comfortable, like, and they're not comfortable with stepping outside the box. Me, I don't know if you know anything about Sagittarius. Like, we don't care. We just go for it. And I'm that person. Like, I will stop what I'm doing if I'm willing to just jump off the ledge. And at the end of the day, I feel like I'm blessed. Like, I do good by people. I have good karma. I pray. So I feel like God got me. I'm just that type of person. But I took that chance and it kind of benefited. You know, it just really depends on you as a person. I really was unhappy doing what I was doing. Like, I had a racist boss, racist and sexist. And then like they babysit you and I'm in a cubicle and we can't be on our cell phones. Mind you, I had a business, so I had to be on my cell phone, but he would be peeking around the corner, write you up real quick. And that was just annoying. I was like, I gotta get out of this. I'm willing to, you know, lose money or whatever, but I know it's gonna come back tenfold. So
that's a heavy trait of a visionary.
It is, that's what it is. So
we had a poll the other day and it said, would you rather have an unlimited amount of time or an unlimited amount of money?
Whew, that's a good one. Cause time, I don't even think I want to be here forever. But you gotta have money, you know. So it's like, I think I would pick money. Time, that's too much. Yeah, a lot of time. And then you have all this time in the world, but then what if you're broke?
Some people said you could buy money with time or buy time with money. Well, no, because if you put time into working, then eventually it's going to, you know.
Well, that's a good perspective. Yeah.
If you could know the time and day of your death, would you want to know?
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh. Nah, because then I would be freaking out and I'd be trying to accomplish everything before that time.
You would live anxious.
And I'd probably cut off a lot of people and like, you know what? I'm about to die soon. Like, I don't need to deal with it.
Okay, so what came to mind was in your career also, if you knew that you were going to die one day, would you, what is your...
death question? I'm getting a little nervous here. Let me take a sip of my darn Julio.
So, do you believe in burning bridges, or do you try to keep all relationships open?
I try to keep all relationships open because you never know. I've had people do me wrong and then eventually needed me, but I'm a forgiving person, so I would expect the same thing. Where like I said, I do right by people, and I have good karma, so I don't believe in burning bridges. Like if we just fall off for some reason, you can't say nothing bad about me. Like I didn't do anything specifically or maliciously. So either way, I feel like everything that needs to come back around comes back around. But I try not to burn bridges for sure.
I am a very forgiving person as well. There was also a quote that said, we know our own intention and we judge ourselves by our intention, but we judge others by their action. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You know your meaning right, but someone else does something wrong, but what if they mean right? Like, would you still forgive them?
Depends on the situation. At the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. If it's just plain wrong. But some people, you know, people change too. I'm not gonna lie, I probably did some things back in the day that I'm not proud of, but I'm not that same person anymore. And I don't expect somebody to judge me from something I did when I was younger. I was, you know, not mature back then. I've grown since then. So perspective is everything. Like what you feel is not wrong. I think, but you weren't raised that way, or you just don't think that way.
So tell me about your love for music, because I know you don't just stick to one genre. You like to tap into everything.
Tap into everything, because that's how I grew up. So I forgot to mention my dad is a DJ and my brother used to DJ. So it's kind of like, but I never thought I would become a DJ. It just kind of happened randomly. And I'm like, well, I'm already like musically inclined. I listen to music all day long, all types of music. But when it comes to like my DJing, like because what I grew up around, like my dad, of course, he was a hip hop DJ. He's also a B-boy. And then my mom, she likes like old school Motown, and she's German. Then my stepdad, who she married, listens to house and techno. So it's like I had all of this around me. So that's why my ear is kind of different from a lot of other DJs. But I just now got into listening to lyrics. I've never been like a lyric person, like listening to words. I just listen to beats. I just now really just started getting into lyrics, and this is the wrong time to get into it because the lyrics
this is not even
trash. Right?
That's so funny.
It's so trash now. So I'm like, oh god, at all times. But anyway, and some songs, you know, they have a good beat, good melody, and it's trash. I'll still play it, just it's popping, of course. I do like house. I like electronic. Country, I don't really mess with country. I can play it though. I can play anything you need me to play. Do I like it? No.
I want to put it into perspective for other young entrepreneurs that also watch the podcast. How long was it before you kind of had that aha moment that you knew that this was going to work out?
I would say the first year, because the first year I got the radio opportunity. I had just learned how to even DJ, and I had got like a residency at a club, and the program director at the station happened to be in the club that night and heard me, and he was like, I just want to bring a female onto the station. And he's like, would you like to do like a mix show on holidays? So I would only mix holidays, only 30-minute mix, and it kind of grew into that. But like I always say, like everything just don't happen the way it happened for me for everybody. Sometimes like there's a lot of DJs out there that's been doing this 20 plus years and they never got a chance to mix it on radio, or they never got to do big opportunity, work with big companies, do festivals, none of that stuff. So it just really, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Where we go back to networking, talking to people and building, when you were saying about your reputation, that too, like show up to your events on time, like take it serious. It's a business at the end of the day. Like act like somebody's writing you a Yelp review. I think I took that serious. I just take everything I do serious. Like when I'm obsessed, it's kind of scary, but.
You kind of already answered this, but what differentiates you from other DJs?
I'm different from a lot of people because my work ethic, not to mention I grew up military. Every morning we had a routine. So I kind of just, that helped me out in my life. Like just making sure I'm on time and just doing the best job I can and being consistent. Yeah. Like when I wanted to learn how to DJ, I had one guy, he really wasn't even that great. But he was like, yo, you could come sit with me in the booth and I can just show you what I know. And once he did that, I kind of got the gist of it. I got on YouTube. I signed up for like this virtual DJ class it didn't help me, but I signed up for that. Like when you're really serious, you're gonna go, YouTube has everything. Google has everything. People, if you're serious, you're gonna go out there and put the effort in. You're not just gonna be like, oh, well, how do you do this? And if you don't get that answer, you're done.
You said virtual DJ. Do you remember that program?
Yeah, people still use that.
It's still okay.
You know what I see it the most? In the strip club. They don't really be in there mixing.
Yeah,
they just scream on the mic, drop it. Scream on the mic, drop it. That's what they do.
Has anyone taken a mix or set that you've done and tried to copy what you've done?
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's not even people doing that to me. I've done it too. Like you get an idea, and I not necessarily mean like copy exactly the song, but you hear 2 songs mixed together, and you're like, damn, that sounds good. I'm gonna play that too. But everybody gets the same playlist. They get the same music. It's just, you know, you got your way to kind of freak it out the way you want to. But if you hear something good, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't get mad if I hear somebody doing the same set that I did. Like, I'm like, okay, you were inspired. You liked it. So that makes me feel good.
Do you have a marketing regimen or?
No, and that's one of my 2020 goals, to actually like get better at that. I mean, I post, but I don't post what I should post. Like the events I'm doing, the big stuff that counts, what people want to see when it comes to like looking me up and want to use me for like events. Like you have to have like a certain type of resume, and I have that. I just don't show it. So now it's like my goal is this year to post more and have better marketing, basically.
Well, I saw your Instagram. It looks like a personal brand, you know, like the way that you present yourself is like you're DJ Shante, you know, you're not like... Yeah,
and that was my thing. Like, so with being tied with the radio, like what we were talking about earlier, when you're a part of radio, that's kind of like you are like just sucked into that. Everything is you and radio, you and 93.7, you... And it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I'm my own brand as well, and I don't want them to take away from that. They can add to it, just like I'm adding to their brand, but I don't want it to be like too much of it. So, like, I'm a big sneakerhead, so that's my passion there. I want you to see that, and then DJing is my passion. I want you to see that, and then I love myself, so I want y'all to see that too. Yeah. So, but other than that, with the marketing, and I don't have like a marketing team, and I'm thinking about hiring one now. I don't know yet. Like, I feel like that stuff is kind of cheesy too. Like, I don't want to look like a blogger or anything like that.
Yours is really good.
Thank
already.
you.
Like,
Thank
I don't
you.
think you need the extra marketing.
Right. You don't think so?
So since you're a DJ and you have airtime, are you responsible ever for putting people on or having a track start rolling? I know a lot of people must message you wanting you to play their track. Is there anyone that you're actually responsible for?
Jumpstart their career, because you know when we work in radio, it's kind of like a gray area. Playing music for a company like iHeart, like 93.7, is like a lot of rules and guidelines. Like you can't just play whatever you want, like I would like to. But there are artists that I support, and I'll play them off in the clubs. And I know one female rapper here in Houston that I helped jumpstart her career, played her music everywhere. Her name is Ken the Man. I don't know if you ever heard her. She's a female rapper. Ken the Man, but female rapper. She's dope. She's killing it. So that's one person, and she's popping in Houston right now. That's one person that I kind of connected to and tried to manage her, and then played a lot of her music, and a lot of people are aware of her now.
So how much freedom do you have working under a company like iHeartRadio, which is huge, because you do have your own Instagram page. Do they have any sort of guidelines as to what you can and can't post?
Yeah, I mean, tastefully. Radio is you're being a personality. So you can pretty much do what you want as long as it's not disrespecting the company or disrespecting yourself. You know, we even work in strip clubs and stuff like that. So it's like, it's a fine line between everything. Some stuff we can do, some stuff we can, but me personally, I just have a certain look that I try to go for. But guidelines is like, with the music wise, they just, you know, they give us a list of what we're able to play on air. And then whatever we do off air in the clubs, that's up to us.
How do you handle stress?
I just got asked this question the other day. That's so crazy. And my answer was, I don't stress. I do not have anything to stress about besides little bullshit relationship problems. But other than that, like my job, my living situation, family stuff, I don't really stress. It's crazy to even say that, but.
How do you feel about relationships? How does that affect your career?
Whew, that's a struggle. In my career, being in the clubs every night, being around people liking you, people want to talk to you, and you have to have somebody that's very secure. If they're insecure, it's not gonna work. And everybody I've been with has been hella insecure. So it's kind of hard. Like I have to be with another entrepreneur. Like I can't be with somebody that works a 9 to 5. It won't work.
Yeah.
So
they won't understand.
Yeah, they don't understand the grind. They don't understand the hours put in, the work. You know, having to network and deal with people and talk to people. I don't always want to talk to people and deal with people.
Right.
But I have to, and you have to understand that. And I have to be likable. You know, people want to have to work with me. It's not that I'm trying to flirt or create something outside of just business, but when you're dealing with insecure people, it's what it looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's tough, right?
Why do you work so much? Do you work with anyone else? Like,
I have
for your brand.
I have an agency that I'm a part of and a manager, but I kind of do it by myself. I mean, they every now and then they'll step in and try to. The thing is, it's a startup agency. It's called the Heist Agency. So like they're still trying to get their branding and marketing together. So it's like they're bringing on different people that do different things like art, producing, photography. It just wants to be like a whole type agency that you can, as a one-stop shop, basically. They're responsible for me. I'm a part of the agency, but I feel like I'm responsible for myself. Like I don't depend on them to build my brand, get my photo shoots, do my website, none of that type of stuff. So I have a team, but I'm pretty much my own team.
Do people reach out to you wanting to get a radio job?
Oh yeah, jobs, interns, just want to come sit up there and watch. And that's all cool, but I move so fast throughout the day. Like today is a lazy day for me, but most of the days I'm here, there, all over town. Like I got to go to the station when I leave here and do my show, and my show's at 10 o'clock, but I'll go and pre-record if I have stuff to do. I'll go pre-record it and then I'm back out. So it's like hard to match up schedules with people because everybody has different lives. I just know how I move. I'm in and out everywhere. I don't have a family. I don't have a kid. I don't have a dog or anything like that. So
yeah,
I have the freedom to just up and go. So I'd hate to like hire somebody and then they're like, well, when am I gonna work? It's like I could do it myself. Like I've been doing it for the past 5 years, so it's hard.
Have you ever been starstruck?
No. And I met a lot of celebrities, but I haven't met the one that I would be starstruck about, Rihanna.
Ooh.
I fucking love her. Yeah. If I met her, I'd probably drop to my knees. But everybody else, not met Beyonce, but I've been around her and around a lot of rappers. Like none of that does anything for me.
What is like the best experience of you either playing a show or at an event?
I'm not even gonna lie. Last year I was the headliner for Pride Weekend, the festival downtown, and I had not opened up, but Young M.A. performed, and I came on right after her. And it's hard, like she brought the energy. It was crazy, but we did it, and it was crazy, and like people still talk about it to this day. So, and that was like one of the biggest crowds, like it was thousands of people out there, like it was crazy. And I've done like Toyota Center, stuff like that, but it didn't really like impact me.
Have you had any bad experiences while DJing?
One was like maybe my third gig, started DJing. It was a Halloween party, mansion party, and they booked me for it. I had to DJ for 8 hours straight and I never got paid. They gave me the runaround for like months and I never made a dime from it. 8 hours straight. I learned not to ever accept a gig without a deposit. After that, it's pretty much all you can do. I mean, you got to show up. Oh, contracts. I don't play no games. Sign my contract because I will take you to court.
Since you're always up and about, do you have any like routines that you do or regimens?
Routine. Only thing routine is updating my calendar and my dry erase board for my schedule for the week. That's really the only routine thing that I do. Everything is pretty much get up and go. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm the most organized, but it's enough to make sure I do everything I have to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so I
tried to stick to a morning and night routine, but recently, since everything's been picking up, I haven't been able to, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
Don't have time to.
Right.
Do you ever start feeling like it's a job, like you kind of start to hate it a little bit?
Yeah, I've had like dry times where nobody was booking me for nothing. And I was like, man, okay, I'm gonna have to find a job because ain't no income coming in right now. And then I'm like, I don't want to give it up, but maybe it's just my time is up. And then boom, opportunity comes. So it's like hit or miss, but it's been, I ain't even gonna lie, the last 3 months of 2019 have been really, really, really crazy. Like crazy and lucrative. So I'm like, okay. Finally, I'm thinking like maybe it's now just hit where I needed to hit now. But at the end of the day, like, I think, yeah, all of 2019, I was like, oh, this might not be for me. I need to find something else to do or find another way to make income, or like pursue another passion that I'm into, which is sneakers and stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to incorporate both in my brand. So one, both, I have both coming in. I don't want to have to be like, oh, well, this is not working, so let me start this. I want to be doing them both at the same time so I don't ever have that problem again.
I like how you said that it's not for everyone, because not everyone can deal with the dry periods. Or like right now for me, I quit my job recently, but every month my stream of income is a different one. And so I don't know where it's going to come from next month. I just know it's going to come.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I've been pretty much at with it. I'm like, look, God's been blessing me for the past 4 or 5 years. He gonna keep blessing me. It's gonna come some way or another, and then boom, it does. And it's never failed. So I'm just like, as long as I keep going, it's gonna keep coming. So I definitely agree with you on that.
What's your long-term vision?
Whew. I don't want to DJ for the rest of my life. That's one thing. I'm not gonna be one of these 40-year-old DJs in the club. I do want to get into producing because I have such a wide range, or like an ear for music. I kind of know like what's popping and what can pop. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. It's just finding the time to actually like really get in the studio and learn how to produce. So my thing now is just creating time for me to actually get involved in that. And you make money from producing more than being a rapper. Like being in the background, that's where the money is. On the other side, with the sneaker culture, I was thinking about opening up a shoe store, but then I talked to a couple people and they're like, that's the worst decision ever. It's very hard and you're in competition. And then I'm just like, I want to design my own shoes, and I like jeans and stuff like that, be a designer. So I have a lot of things that I can do, and I just want to tap into everything, and just have different streams of income. And see where it goes. So.
What are your top 3 sneakers?
Jordan 1s, Air Force 1s, and that's a good question.
Classics.
Well, the first 2 are definitely classics. I ain't gonna lie, I like the Yeezys, but now I'm Nike down, so I can't talk about Yeezy no more. I do like his shoes, but I think I'm just go with those top 2.
Are you sponsored by them or
Nike?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I saw your post this morning and I was like, checks over stripes. And and then I was like, wait, hold on. I hope she's sponsored by them, because I was like, what if she likes both?
Yeah, no, I do a lot of work with Nike, and they give me a lot of free stuff. So
if they were to offer you something to get out of DJing, would you take it?
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Where can everyone find you online, and what do you have going on the next couple of months?
What's going on? I have my weekly gigs where you can find me. Tuesdays, I have a Taco Tuesday at Locker Room, which is in 3rd Ward. We got the best tacos in the city, $2 tacos. We have really great drink prices. So if you ever want to come by, it's all on me.
All day
come
Tuesday?
Through. Starting from 5 till midnight.
Cool.
And I'm in the mix 7 to 11.
Okay.
So if y'all come after that, I got you drinks, food, whatever. Saturdays, I am at the Commenter downtown. My favorite spot that I've ever DJ'd. That's my residency. Sundays, I'm at Seaside. You can catch my show, also 93.7 The Beat, 6 to 10 p.m. every Saturday. Big stuff I'm doing. I got an event next week with Twitter. I landed a gig with them for a 3-day gig. They're flying all their corporate people out here to Houston, and so I'm DJing their conference basically. So that's like my biggest thing that I have in 2020 right now. This month. Everything just kind of comes last minute, so I don't know what's going to go on in February, March, but I'm going on vacation next week as well. Going to Mexico, my favorite place. I go every month, but I go to Cancun.
You go every month?
Yeah, I do.
That's live.
Yeah, I love it. I have to get away. Like, it's my rest and reset time. I'll go for like 4 days and then come back. February, I'll be in Idaho. I'm DJing a ski summit. Get my ski on. So that should be interesting. Oh, and then you can find me on Instagram at DJ Shante. Same thing on Twitter.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Tough Luck Podcast. Please come back next week for our next special guest interview. That was DJ Shante. And also we have weekly audio segments on any streaming platform. Just type in Tough Luck with Desanti and it will come up. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit like and make sure you follow all of our Instagrams linked below. Thank you. Bye.